remember when Chris was making money, he bought a jet boat, and he came home and he said, "Hey, do you want to go riding on my jet boat?" And you know, the number one thing I thought in my life is I never want to get in a jet boat with Chris Farley. That's not a good idea, you know? But my sister's like, "I want to go water skiing." And my sister can't see that well, you know. And I said, "Barb, I don't think that's a good idea, you know. That's a jet boat. And that's Chris. And you can't see anything." But she's like, I still want to go. So I'm like, okay. So she gets in the water, and she's like, "Hit it." And Chris guns the jet boat, full speed. She popped out of the water like a fish. And then he cracked the whip on my sister. She can't see anything. She got even with the boat. And she can't see shit. Then she hit a wave and was like, "Ah," and she fell. And Chris kept going. Because that song Bob came on from Hanson. Remember that song? Bob, Bob, Bob. He loved that song. So he kept going full speed. I said, "Chris, she fell like an hour ago." He's like, "Oh, shit, okay." And he turned it on. And he's like, "Why did you fall off?" And she's like, "You're going too fast." And he goes, "Oh, sorry, that song Bob came on. I got a little carried away." That's a true story. Anyway, so then when Chris got on Saturday Night Live, we were all kind of shocked, you know. We didn't realize they would come to this kind of thing where he's actually on television, you know. And then when we got on there, I kind of felt sorry for him at first. Like, that's the big time, you know. And then after a while, I felt sorry for Saturday Night Live. They're going to have to put up with him, you know. But he made his mark on SNL, and this was his first movie coming off SNL. So, yeah, he did Down by the River. You guys remember Down by the River? He did Down by the River, which was a huge hit, Van Down by the River. And he also did, Bennett Brower, which was a funny Saturday, but you know that one, yeah. But he was always fond of working with David Spade because he thought the fat guy and the little guy was a good combination, you know, which is true. And so he wanted to work with Spade because it looked kind of funny.